Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another WW meal prep. I am going to take you along with me today as I prep my breakfast, my lunches, and my snacks for the week. I'm so excited for the meals that I have planned this week. I literally woke up this morning super excited to make these with you and also have these as my meals throughout the week. So if you want to see everything that I'm having for breakfast, lunch, and snacks, just keep watching. For breakfast this week, I am going to be making an Amish breakfast casserole. I am super excited about this. I love casseroles for breakfast because everything you need is all rolled into one dish. I'm going to be pairing this with a fruit. So let me show you what is in the Amish breakfast casserole. You're going to need some shredded hash browns, low fat or fat free or regular, whatever you want to do. My recipe is going to be figured points wise off of low fat cottage cheese. You're going to need some seasoning of your choice. I'm going to use pepper, onion, salt, and garlic, herb, and butter. And then you need eggs, an onion, 2 types of cheese. So I'm going to use the light shredded mozzarella from Trader Joe's and fat-free cheddar cheese. And then you're also going to need bacon. You can either use turkey bacon. I'm going to use this center cut private selection because you can have 2 slices for 1 Smart Point. So my recipe is figured off of these ingredients. So just make sure that you modify the recipe if you use different ingredients. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to get started is our bacon. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven at 400 degrees. It takes about 15 minutes to cook the bacon absolutely perfectly. If you line your cookie sheet with some parchment paper, it makes cleanup incredibly easy. So I'm going to pop the bacon in the oven and then we'll get started with the rest of our Amish breakfast casserole. The first thing I did is went ahead and crumbled up my bacon once it came out of the oven and cooled. And I did chop up my onion. So we're going to go ahead and add that in here with the bacon. And then we'll go ahead and get our eggs whisked together and start adding the rest of our ingredients. Go ahead and crack 6 eggs into a bowl, and then to that bowl you're going to add whatever spices you choose. So I'm going to use some garlic, herb, and butter seasoning. I really like this in eggs. It is not salty, but it just adds that little bit of flavor. And then I'm also going to use some ground black pepper. And then I'm just going to add my very favorite thing in eggs, which is the Trader Joe's onion salt. So I'm going to add that in, and then we're just going to give this a quick whisk. You just want to make sure that everything gets nice and combined. And then we will add it to our bacon and onion mixture. What I like about this casserole is it gives you your protein and your starch all in one, and your eggs. So it's really nice. It's just super easy to take with you. So we'll go ahead and get those eggs mixed in. And then we're going to go ahead and add that to our onions and bacon. And literally everything is going to go in this bowl, so it makes it incredibly easy. From there, I have measured out 8 ounces of the Trader Joe's light mozzarella. So that is going to go into the bowl. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put my entire bag of fat-free shredded cheese because it is 1 3/4 cups. And the recipe actually calls for 2 cups. So I'm going to go ahead and add the whole thing to it. And then that way I don't have to worry about measuring it out. We're actually short 1/4 cup, which is no big deal. And then next I'm going to be adding in my 4 cups of shredded hash browns. I just measured that out on my food scale to make sure that I had the right amount of grams. And I did the same thing with my low-fat cottage cheese, which is the last thing that we're going to add to our mix. And then we're going to get this all stirred up and ready to go. Once you've mixed all of your casserole ingredients together, look at you guys. This looks so delicious. We are going to go ahead and add it to a greased 9x13 pan. So you just want to spread it out as even as possible into your 9x13 pan. And then we are going to put this in the oven at 350 for 45 to 50 minutes. until cooked through. And we do want to go ahead and cover it with foil for the majority of the cooking time. And the reasoning for that is when you cover a casserole with foil, it retains the moisture, so your casserole doesn't become as dry. So that's something I just recently learned, and it is a lifesaver trick so that you don't end up with those icky dry casseroles from being open in your oven. So get that spread out nice and even in your casserole dish, and we're gonna get this in the oven, and I will be back to show you the finished product as soon as it comes out of the oven. I just pulled the casserole out of the oven. Look at how amazing this looks. I'm going to let this cool for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll cut it into the 6 slices, and I will show you the serving size, the smart points, and what my completed breakfast meal prep looks like. But I am super excited. This looks delicious, smells delicious as well. So here are my breakfasts for the week. All 5 days ready to go. Look at the serving size of this casserole. It fills the entire large portion of my meal prep container. So I'm going to have 1 serving of the Amish breakfast casserole for a total of 5 smart points. And then I'm going to have 2 cuties for 0. So my breakfast is a total of 5 smart points. That's it for this huge casserole of bacon, cheese, potatoes, onions. I am super excited. This casserole definitely has a high dose of protein between both the bacon and the cottage cheese. So this, my friends, is breakfast for this week. Well, I am on my way to Target to get a memory card for my phone so that I can continue to film my meal prep, because my phone does not have a new memory, hence the reason why, one of the main reasons why I wanted a vlogging camera. So I'm on my way to Target. Hopefully I can find a memory card so that I can get back to meal prepping. Memory card is inserted in my phone. Going to Starbucks to get a passion unsweetened tea. Life is looking a lot better. Okay, I'll do the largest passion tea with 3 Splenda.
Okay, what else?
That is everything.
All right, 3.
Now life, even better. I'm on my way home to continue on with meal prep. SD card and Starbucks passion tea saved the day. For lunches this week, I am making copycat Chinese food special chow mein. I am so incredibly excited for this lunch. I don't know what my deal is. I've been craving Chinese food, so I am excited to get this put together. High protein, delicious food. So let me show you everything that is in our special chow mein. You are going to need some chicken breast. I have 4 small chicken breasts here. If you'd like, you can add some shrimp. And I'm going to also add some petite sirloin steak. So those are going to be my proteins. For veggies, we are going to add mushrooms, red and orange bell pepper, sugar snap peas, and green onion. We're also going to add garlic, salt, pepper, Chinese 5-spice. The noodles that I'm using are the sweet potato glass noodles. So as you saw in my grocery haul, I bought 2 different kinds of noodles. These have the least amount of smart points. They're half the smart points of regular noodles. These only have 3 per serving. So because I want to keep my lunch a little lower point, I'm going to go ahead and use the glass noodles. Also, bean sprouts. Again, I prefer fresh, but my store didn't have them. Baby corn, and some sort of soy sauce. So I'm going to use liquid aminos. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is chop all our veggies so they're ready to go. I have a bowl here. We're just going to toss them all into one bowl. They all get added at the same time. So sugar snap peas, I'm going to just chop the ends off. Mushrooms, our 2 bell peppers, and some green onions. So let's get these chopped, then we'll chop up all of our meat. get your vegetables all chopped up, we're gonna go ahead and set those aside. Next, we're gonna chop our chicken. I measured out 8 ounces of the petite sirloin, and we're gonna just lop the tails off of these prawns, and then we are ready to get our noodles boiling and our special chow mein cooking. Once you get your vegetables and your meat all chopped up, you wanna get some salted water at a boil, and we are gonna go ahead and cook our sweet potato glass noodles. So this is what they look like when you pull them out of the pack. Pretty cool. They're very clear, but they look awesome. So I'm gonna let this water get to a boil. We'll add in our noodles, and then we will pull out a wok and cook up the rest of our chow mein. While your water is coming to a boil for your noodles, go ahead and spray a large wok or big, huge saucepan with some nonstick cooking spray. I did add about a tablespoon of garlic, and we are going to let this warm up and then add our steak and our chicken to get it almost all the way cooked through before adding in our veggies. Once your water begins boiling, you're gonna go ahead and add in those glass noodles. You do wanna let them cook for about 6 minutes. Then we're immediately going to drain and rinse them so that they don't stick together. But these are pretty cool looking noodles. This is a lot. So I think picking this as the noodle was a smart move for smart points. Once your garlic starts to become warm, we're gonna add in both our chicken and our steak. And we are going to let this cook until the meat is just about completed cooking. And then we're gonna add in our veggies, let those cook, and then our noodles. But this is coming along nicely and it is looking delicious. Here's what our sweet potato glass noodles look like. I just rinsed them in cold water, so I'm just gonna let them sit until we're ready to add them back into our special chow mein. But I did taste them. They don't taste like anything, so that's good. They'll take on the flavor of all the spices and soy sauce that we add to the chow mein. Once your steak and chicken is cooked almost all the way through, you're gonna go ahead and pop in your shrimp. We're gonna let this cook until the meat is completed cooking, and then we are going to add our vegetables to this same pan. I am divvying this up into 2 separate pans of food just because there's so much to make 6 servings. Once your steak, chicken, and shrimp gets cooked through, I went ahead and just transferred it into a big stock pot for safekeeping. And then I did go ahead and add a little bit more nonstick cooking spray to my pan, and I'm going to add in all of my vegetables. So this is everything we cut up, including the baby corn and the bean sprouts. I did drain the bean sprouts, so make sure that you do drain yours as well. And you're just gonna add all your veggies in and let them cook down. So this is why I had to take the meat out. This pan is plumb full of veggies. They will cook down. I'm just going to keep stirring them. Once these cook down, we'll add these into our pot with our meat, and then we'll also add in our glass noodles and all of our spices. So I am going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper to the veggies while they're cooking. And then once they cook down almost all of the way, we'll add them to the meat. Once your vegetables get completely cooked through and they are still al dente, you're gonna go ahead and drain them in a colander to get all of the liquid out. And then we are going to add them to our big stock pan that has our chicken, our beef, our shrimp, and our glass noodles. Once we add our veggies to our big pot, we are gonna go ahead and add in 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. And we are also going to add in 1 tablespoon of Chinese 5-spice, some salt, some pepper, and then also we're gonna add in some soy sauce. So I'm just gonna use what's left here of my liquid aminos. Once you add in all of your oils and seasonings, you're gonna go ahead and give this a stir. We're gonna let this cook until it is completely cooked through. The meat, the vegetables, and everything is nice and the flavors are melted. Once all of your spices are added, everything is cooked through. Look at this, you guys. This pot is almost full, and it is only 6 servings worth of special chow mein. So I am going to add this in 1 cup increments into my meal prep bowls, and I will show you exactly what the serving size looks like. It may end up being a little bit more than 1 cup, but I'm gonna start there to make sure that I'm as even as possible so the smart points are accurate, but super excited. And here is the completed meal prep. So you have 5 servings here. I have another serving set aside that I'm actually gonna have for lunch today. But this is quite a large bowl, and it is pretty full for only 6 Smart Points. So this entire bowl of special chow mein is 6 Smart Points. I'm going to pair that with a piece of fruit, either an apple or a banana. And then for a sweet treat after lunch, I'm gonna have one of my Detour lean muscle bites. These are added in my Amazon store, which is actually the cheapest place to buy them. They just added them on Amazon. I love them, especially the M&M one. 2 Smart Points. So 2 Smart Points for a little bit of protein and a sweet treat. So this is going to be an 8 Smart Point lunch with the special chow mein, as well as the Detour bite, because the fruit is 0. This, my friends, will definitely cure my Chinese food craving. For snacks this week and for a sweet treat, I am going to be making peanut butter chocolate chip muffins that will also be doubling as cupcakes. So I'm going to show you how to make the muffins, and then I'll show you what I do to turn them into a cupcake. So here's everything that is in peanut butter chocolate chip muffins. You're going to need some peanut butter Kodiak cake mix, cinnamon, unsweetened applesauce, almond milk or any type of milk or milk alternative, eggs, Lily's chocolate chips, and 2 ripe bananas. So let's get started. Our muffins are done. I'm going to go ahead and get these into the oven at 350, 15 to 18 minutes until cooked through. And then I will show you what the completed muffin looks like and how to make this into a chocolate peanut butter cupcake. Peanut butter chocolate chip muffins are out of the oven. Look at how huge these are. These rose like crazy. We could have actually probably gotten 12, but I did the math and the points doesn't change. So we'll take a bigger muffin for the same point value. So I'm gonna let these cool, and then I will show you what they look like, the full size, and then how to make them into a delicious cupcake. Nice and cooled are our peanut butter chocolate chip muffins. Yum, you guys, these look so good. My house literally smells like cookies. That's what the smell of these is. So delicious. I am going to show you now how you can make this into a sweet treat. All you need is a can of sugar-free chocolate fudge frosting and some powdered peanut butter. What we're gonna do is add a little over 1 tablespoon of the frosting to our muffin. I'm gonna show you that on my food scale. And then we're going to mix up just a tiny bit of PB2 with some water, and we're gonna drizzle it over the top. So let me show you the completed cupcake. So this amount, look at all of that, of the sugar-free frosting, 20 grams, is 1 Smart Point. So what I have here is 1 tablespoon of PB2. I am not going to use all of this. I just wanted enough to actually mix it. And what we are going to do is we are going to take our PB2 and just drizzle it over the top of our cupcake. So there is our cupcake with this frosting all spread out on top. So I'm literally just going to take a little bit on my spoon, and I am just going to drizzle it over the top of my cupcake to get that nice kind of extra chocolate peanut butter flavor for an additional 0 Smart Points. Look at that. And there you have it, a chocolate peanut butter cupcake for only 3 Smart Points. 3. And look at how amazing this looks. For snacks this week, I'm going to be taking my peanut butter chocolate chip Kodiak muffins. I probably will have them without the frosting unless I decide to have them as a dessert, which is a good possibility, but they are delicious just the way they are. So I'll probably take one of those. And then of course I'm going to be taking my Built Bar. This is what I eat every single morning between breakfast and lunch. These taste legitimately like a candy bar, but they are a protein bar packed with 15 grams of protein. So I'm going to take one of these. It tides me over, it keeps me full, it satisfies any type of sweet tooth that I have. These Built Bars are seriously amazing. I prefer mine frozen, so I usually will throw them in the freezer once I get to work or into the fridge if the freezer isn't available. Love them. These bars are 3 smart points. You can get a sample box for $6.95 plus free shipping, and that box will contain 6 bars of a variety of flavors so you can find your favorites. That link is down in the description box below, and the discount code is here on the screen. You can also buy a full box, which is 16 bars, a variety pack, or a single flavor for 10% off plus free shipping with the code on the screen and all of the information down in the description box below. This is a brand new flavor, this strawberry chocolate cream. So I recommend that you repurchase with the code to save yourself some money, some bars, and try this strawberry chocolate. It is amazing. I'm also going to be taking a little bowl, little less than half of a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. I did just go ahead and sweeten my yogurt with just a little bit of stevia in the raw. And then I put on 1/2 of a cup of my Julian Bakery Espresso Cluster Pro Granola. This stuff is amazing. You can have a 1/2 of a cup for 2 smart points. It is loaded with all natural ingredients and all of the good stuff like chia seeds and sesame seeds. It is absolutely delicious. My all-time favorite thing in the world. I just got this bag and that is all that is left. That is how much I love it. The discount code for 10% off of Julian Bakery is here on the screen, and there is a link down in the description box below. Click the link, enter the code, and you, my friends, get 10% off of Julian Bakery Pro Granola. Next on my list is to try the peanut butter, but so far I've loved every flavor that I've had. So this is going to be what I am bringing this week to work for some snacks. Thank you for coming along with me on another weekly WW meal prep. I hope you enjoyed seeing the recipes that I had for breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Again, I am so excited for my meals this week. Meal prepping, in my opinion, is a must-do on WW. Start small, maybe with 1 meal or 1 week's worth of meals. But in my opinion, it is the easiest way to stay on track. You don't get sidetracked with all those good foods that everyone else is eating if you have meal prepped your food for the week. So if you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every single time that a new video is uploaded. I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up. Please comment below. Let me know what is on your meal plan for the week and what you thought of this week's meal prep. And of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.